little microphone. All right, what up though, y'all? This is a what up though Tuesday. So what up though Friday on a Tuesday. I got my boy Eli here again. Well, this is first time
Oh,
on YouTube. Last time we did it on Instagram. So
okay.
a couple church announcements. We got Real Estate Fridays this month. That is the fourth Friday. I think I posted the schedule for the year in the community tab, but if I didn't, I'll double check and make sure. And I will post it to Instagram, TikTok, X/Twitter and everything else later today or tomorrow. So Real Estate Fridays is the 26th this month. We will be talking with Chase Bank about first time home buyer programs. So they'll be there. Next month's Real Estate Fridays is on July 24th. Pending this meeting I had with the Joe Louis Greenway, it will be on the Greenway. And hopefully they will be speaking as well from the planning department. So now the Greenway was
Right.
gonna be a little different. So so here gonna be some of the rules. It's gonna be a little not ghetto, but complicated. So the closest restroom to where they said we could have it at will be like a mile away. So you have to pee before y'all come and sip slow. Like I'm so serious.
Oh, that's
Or
just
bring your bike or get on the little the scooter thing, and you want to scoot to the bathroom. And this is a note to myself because I drink a lot of water. So that day I gotta make sure I ease up on the H2O. What
right.
they said, we probably will have to get a permit. I don't know for sure in a couple of days. I don't know how many people gonna show up. I got a feeling it's gonna be a lot. I just don't know how many because they said if it's up to 200, no permit. If more, I'm not really sure how it's gonna be, but it will be Eventbrite link up for it soon. Make sure y'all read the fine print. But once you get a ticket, you understand. But I can't control also who just shows up who don't get a ticket because it's still a public place.
Mm.
What's another rule? Oh, you have to bring your seat with you. Y'all know how I do, like we did at the container house. I can't provide no seats or picnic tables because this is again a public place. Bring your nice camper chair with you. Okay? Bring your food with you because we're not providing that either. I will bring some water. So that's first come, first serve. But again, sip slow because the bathroom is literally a mile away. So you that's 2 miles. You gotta go the mile to the bathroom and the mile back.
Mm.
So these are the rules. But I wanted to do it on the groom rate, and I'm also doing this in partnership with, of course, Detroit Title and Escrow, Deshaun with Duke Investments, Marcus with Detroit Pizza Bar, and the Joe Louis Greenway Partnership, and Bloom Detroit, which is a nonprofit in Detroit who listened to me and bought lots on the Greenway, and then they started a nonprofit to do a whole nice greening project. So it's in partnership with all of those great people. So when I do the flyer, y'all gonna see all that. And you too, Eli, if you want to, help or whatever, you're welcome to be a part of this.
Okay.
What other announcements we got? So August Real Estate Fridays will be back at the Pizza Bar, and that is August the 28th. That one would be with my boy Reggie P. We will be going over the Wayne County tax auction as we do every year. And then I'll see if he can do one online too, because the online one is like 2 years old now. And then the last one will be in September, which will be September 25th. So hopefully I'm gonna try to have that one either at the pizza bar or at my new construction project. It just depends on where we are in the project at that point. Now, if we do the project one, if you show up, I am not liable. Okay, so that would be nice fine print as well on the ticket. Cause if you step somewhere you ain't supposed to step, you get a nail in your shoe, that is on you. Now, of course, the site will be clean to our best ability, but mistakes do happen. So you will definitely have to sign that good old liability waiver because I, Disney Construction Services, nor any of its affiliates will be liable for your mishaps. And that's it for the year. Oh, and then me and Eli today was talking. We're gonna try to do a give back because the city been rocking with us for years. Y'all always have my back. Y'all come through. We're gonna try to do this give back to the city like a little cookout. back to school thing, get the kids some book bags with some school supplies, all that good stuff. I know it's not a lot, but hey, that's what we can do. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
We are looking for sponsorship, so if you'd like to be a sponsor and be a part of this, send me a DM or reach out to Eli. So I guess we can get started. So Eli, what up though? Who are you?
What up, though? Appreciate it.
Uh,
Asia, thank you, the one and only, man. Thank you for your time this evening. Thank you for sharing me with your audience. I am Eli Gonzalez, broker owner of EG Home Loan, located right here in downtown Detroit. Born and raised Detroit native. I've been in the mortgage industry now going on 11 years. Wow, it's crazy. Time flies. But
right?
yeah, been in financial services though for 17 plus years. I started off in banking and now independently owned. I'm going on year 5 as a mortgage broker, both residential and a commercial lender. So it's really exciting. I still feel like I'm just getting my feet wet. Of course, me and you have conversations all the time. Like we got so much still in store that we want to do as far as education. Because I think a lot of people hear the term like mortgage broker, but they don't know exactly what that is. So I really want to just break that down for y'all this evening. Long story short, I tell people, hey, look at me as like a specialty doctor versus a general doctor. I'm not a bank or a credit union, where I'm selling all different types of products, credit cards, auto loans, doing everything under the sun, right? But as a mortgage broker, this is my only specialty. This is the only thing I do. So that means you get discounted pricing with me. Closing costs are lower with me versus your traditional bank or credit union. Faster process, technology, streamline. I mean, yes, I do have a physical office, but it's very rare that my clients come in because everything is just digital. You can upload all your documents right to my portal. We get everything, and this allows me to close loans in under 30 days typically, on a purchase or a refinance transaction. I think like my fastest deal I closed this year was like 5 days on a purchase, start to finish.
That's
So yeah, with the technology we have here, it's second to none. I try to set my clients up for success, and it allows us to close deals. I mean, fast, super fast, with everything. So yeah, that's the biggest thing. So we specialize in, like I said, residential and commercial. Right now, most of my business is investors. So I know me and you, Asia, we talk about this a lot. A lot of our clients are investors as well, whether they're building, buying multiple properties or just one single family home as well. We can help either one. I mean, it doesn't matter. On the commercial scene right now too, I'm just getting my feet wet, more acclimated with that too in the Metro Detroit area. Right now I got a couple deals under like multi-units, like 10 units and up. So, and I'm still getting competitive rates with those commercial deals as well, under 10% typically, so I pride myself on that because commercial can get real expensive. If you know, with those kind of things. I mean, with closing costs, interest rates, everything, it adds up really quick. Really.
right. All right. So I got some questions for you. So first, what is the biggest mistake that some first time investors in Detroit make when they trying to get approved or get a loan in general?
Yeah, just getting a loan in general. I mean, I would say not saving up enough cash. Me, I like to overestimate on my costs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I tell my investors, you don't know what you don't know. Yes, everything, we talked about this today, Asia, like everything looks great online. You got some great photographers out here. You got some great people that can do AI and make all this stuff look pretty and gritty. But until you get in it, and walk the property and do your inspections and your appraisal, you don't know what you don't know. So I try to get my clients to save more than enough. I mean, liquid funds is what we look at, so checking, savings account, 401k, even stocks can be used. Anything that can be converted to liquid cash, we can use. Even like annuities, something like that as well. And even in some cases, we can use the crypto that can be converted as well. So, If you're an investor too that owns multiple properties and you got a lot of equity in your properties, you can pull equity out of your properties, put it as cash, and use that towards the down payment um, for a new purchase. So a lot of people don't know that. So that's why we're doing things like this to really educate people and show them, like, whether it's a line of credit you can use or just pulling the cash out with a fixed loan. You can do either and use that for your next purchase. So I would say, number one, just saving up enough cash. Two, credit, of course. From the investor standpoint, I tell my clients, hey, 700 plus will get you the best deal, as far as a FICO score. Remember, we pull all three bureaus. We use the middle score, whatever that middle score is, that's what we use. So 700 plus FICO score, obviously the higher the better, but I try to tell my clients, investor clients, 700 plus. For my home buyers, first time home buyers, I usually like to work with clients 600 plus FICO score, right? But
Mm-hmm.
technically, I can go down to a 500 credit score, but don't tell nobody, Asia. Like, I don't like to promote that because it's a needle in the haystack. Like, there's so many other factors that got to go in it. I tell my first time home buyers, you can't have neither. You can't have a low credit score and no money. It's just not going to work. One or the other. Like, you can't have two no's. So, yes, if you got a low FICO score, but you cash heavy, I can make something work. Again, being a broker right now, we got over 30 different lender partners under our umbrella. So I could shop the best deal for you guys. There's no need to go to the bigger banks where they pull your credit multiple times and your credit takes a hit. We pull it one time. All my lenders, my lender partners, they use that same credit report. So you don't have to be, worrying about your credit being ran multiple times. So cash is one, credit is second. And then I would say the third thing, Asia, biggest thing, and we talked about this today, is having a proper team. Having a proper team. You know, Me, I'm a team player. So yes, I have partnerships. For example, Asia, that can help you on your rehab or your build or whatever you want to do if you're an investor, even if you're a home buyer as well. I know Asia is a certified HUD consultant, right, with FHA with the
Mm-hmm.
203K. So we can go that route as well. But I mean, I got other pieces to this puzzle as well. Like, we work with, for example, Detroit Title and Escrow. It can save you money on your title costs. I got insurance brokers that I work with. I mean, you name it. Every piece to this puzzle, I have. So we can save you money all the way around. So um, those are the biggest three things. So again, cash, credit. Third thing is your team. Those are the biggest things that I see.
All right. Next question. So, how much money does a investor or homeowner realistically need to have saved before trying to, get a loan in Detroit?
Okay, so homeowners are different. Homeowners can have way less money down. I mean, we have down payment assistance programs we work with. For example, right now, the big thing here in Detroit is the up to $25,000 down payment for first time home buyers. So there's some stipulations with that. Credit score has to be at least a 600 credit score. Income requirements. A lot of people don't talk about this about a lot of these programs. You can't make too much, like in the lender world. So too much to us is like anything over like 51,000 a year for a single person. So if you're making anything over that, unfortunately, you don't qualify for that particular program. But don't worry, I got other down payment assistance programs as well, and other programs just in general that you could bring, very less money to the closing table. So home buyers, you can go, as low as zero down, especially if you're a veteran as well. But typically, I would say 3% down, is the starting point. And then for a conventional type of loan, then you could go as low as 3.5% for FHA. So home buyers, always the smaller down payment option for you, just because it's less riskier. It's your primary home. The investor standpoint, it's two different categories here. Investors, I have programs as low as 15% down, okay, with that. But traditionally, the standard is 20%. So for example, looking at $100,000 house, bring $20,000 to the closing table as far as down payment plus your closing costs as well, and that varies depending on the property. But always as an investor, good rule of thumb for me, I'll tell my clients, hey, just bring the 20% plus the closing costs. And again, I'm overestimating versus the home buyers at a much lower down payment. So two different categories. Don't get confused with that. We classify a first-time home buyer as anyone who hasn't bought a property or your name is not on the deed within the last 3 years, 36 months. That's what we look at. Okay, so if you bought a house or sold a house, even if you sold a house within the last 3 years, but you don't currently own one, you're still not considered a first-time home buyer, so you won't be able to take advantage of the low down payment options. But I mean, we still got other programs out there. So even if you're not a first-time home buyer, depending on your credit, you can put as little as the 3.5% down or the 5%. So we got options for you. It don't matter. But just don't get confused with that. Home buyers, investors, totally two different spectrums. So, yeah.
All right. Let me go to my next question. So what's the average credit score that an investor or a homeowner should try to aim for?
I always like to say the higher better, of course. Like I said, investors, 700 plus FICO, and that's the middle score that we can use. Home buyer, I like to say anything 600 plus FICO score. We can do, like I said, we could go as low as 500, especially if you're a veteran as well. Our VA loans, we could do as low as 500 credit score. And then, with our FHAs, that as well, our government backed programs, we can go as low as that as well. But I just like to say, like, to get the competitive pricing and don't have to pay an arm and a leg, 600 plus FICO score for home buyers.
All right. Um, let's see. So, can you explain the difference between like a FHA, a conventional, the VA as far as veterans go, and USDA loans?
Yes, yes.
And like, which one do you prefer, or do you
It
care?
don't. Yeah, it don't matter. Honestly, it really depends. So I'll just start off with the VA loan. For any veterans, anybody that was Army Reserve or anything like that, I highly recommend the VA loan. I love working with the VA.
Hmm.
It's a beautiful program. This is what you call a government loan. You got the VA, the FHA, and the USDA loans are all considered government loans. So it's regulated by the government. Um, Zero down with the VA. I know that's a lot of misconception out there. Yes, it's a zero down payment, but you still pay for your closing costs, right? Good rule of thumb for me, how I like to run my business, closing costs can vary anywhere from 3 to 5% of the purchase price, right? So have that handy in liquid cash. We do accept what is called gift funds as well. So close family member or friend that wants to gift it to you, we can accept that as well. A surviving spouse with the VA, you can qualify for that as well. But I do my whole due diligence. The only thing with that type of loan with the VA, you have to bring what is called a DD 214. All my veterans out there know what that is, but that's a form that you provide to me. Everything else, I'll get. I work directly with the VA. I'll go through their portal. I'll be able to pull your certificate of eligibility. You'll be good. Next one, FHA. That as low as 3.5% down. Again, another government-backed program, stands for Federal Housing Administration. Really neat program. A lot of people get confused. They feel like it's only geared for first-time home buyers. No, that's not the case. It can vary with the FHA. It's a higher tolerance. So, for example, someone with student loans, a lot of student loans debt, I may steer to a FHA loan because, again, higher tolerance. Sometimes it's better rates. Sometimes it's lower closing costs. But, once we get the application on file, we'll talk about your application and your profile and I'll give you my recommendations and see what's the best fit. Third one, USDA. This is for like rural areas. A lot of people, you have to qualify for the rural area program. It is a zero down, but similar to VA, you still pay for your closing costs and you still have to factor that in. I tell people if that was the case, where you absolutely zero down, that means nobody would be renting. everybody would go after these programs, and that's not the case. I'm sorry, that's the way they market it. But once you get your profile in with me, I'll be able to give you a proper application on what to expect. Um, the home has to qualify for USDA loan, meaning so I have access to the portal where I could just input an address and it'll tell me if it qualifies for USDA if it's in a rural area. So case in point, the northern counties in Michigan, a lot of rural area up there. Anything outside of the city, outside of really Metro Detroit, when you start going further north, Upper Peninsula, even further north, just from Metro Detroit, like near Port Huron, past Port Huron, those areas are rural, so you can qualify depending on the location there. Okay, and then lastly, conventional, great product. Obviously, that's kind of like one of my first choice. This is for like A-tier credit, people that's not normally like a W-2 employee, but you still can qualify if you're self-employed as well. But this is for the more established buyers out there. So 700 plus FICO, you got your 5% down, your 3% down, or whatever the case. Even if you want to put 20% down. And one thing I wanted to add too on a lot of those government loans is primary use only. So primary home only. You cannot get an investment property with these other properties now or these other loan types. Now it is different strategies, which they call like house hacking, and I'm sure we'll talk about that later as well. But basically, you can live in one unit as your primary residence and then rent out the other units up to 4 units with a VA or FHA loan. And it's perfectly legal, but at the same time, you still have to make that your primary residence. So you got to live in one of the units. So you could do that as well. But mainly conventional is for like the investor type of loans as well, with that. So that's pretty much the difference.
All right. I think that I did want to mention this about the VA loan that I found out as well. So with your VA loan, you can do up to a 4 unit, and I think is I don't know if it's a limit as far as the amount. I know it used to be, but when Trump was in office, I think the first time he changed it to where it's basically whatever you can afford. So you can do a 4 unit, and this could be new construction or a rehab up to a 4 unit. You just got to live in one unit, and rent out the other ones. And I don't think a lot of people know that they can do that with the VA. So that's a good, FYI.
Absolutely, with FHA too. So they both have loan limits, just so you know, Asia. But
Okay.
definitely the loan limits have increased, so you can get a higher loan limit, especially in like particular counties, as well. But we'll do that research, once that time comes for you guys. But yes, there always is a limit with these because the VA has only so much that they can lend. So with that as well, but it's still great strategy to get us started in investment. For sure.
All right. So this is a homeowner question. So how much house can someone really afford if they making between 50 to 100,000 a year?
That's a complex question, to be honest with you, right? Because I'll give you 2 examples, right? That same person has no debt. When I say no debt, I mean very little debt, maybe a credit card or something that they pay off every month. That's a complex question. Like I tell people, a mortgage is like putting a puzzle together. Like it's my job to get all the documents and get everything from you guys up front, credit, financials, everything up front. Then from there, I kind of see what you can get approved for the max amount based on your profile, right? So you got, use the example, borrower A, zero credit, very little debt, if that, rents, never own a home, first time home buyer with that same income, they possibly could qualify for just give or take 200,000 plus for a home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Borrower B, borrower B has lots of student loans, let's say 100K in student loans, medical bills, debts, and everything. With that same income, they can't qualify due to their. So it's really based on everyone's financial situation is different. Then you factor in, okay, can they get a cosigner? Okay, how well qualified is the cosigner? Mom, dad, niece, nephew, or cousin, whatever the case may be. How is their credit? What does their financial situation look like? So complex. There's no right answer to this. It's just everyone based on their particular situation. But you can guarantee that I'm gonna try to do my best, put my best foot forward to get you approved for the max amount.
All right. All right. Next question. So, what are some common myths about buying a property in Detroit that keep people renting longer than they should?
Number one, I would say, you know, a lot of Detroit properties require a lot of work. I told you about my recent client that was interested in investing in Detroit, and this is his first one. And he went straight to, he's like, man, I saw some cheap properties on the land bank. Absolutely not. Not your first time around. Do not recommend that, for your first time around. I feel like the land bank properties are more for the skilled and the more experienced investors. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't go that route the first time, but there are beautiful neighborhoods and well kept properties, that has one to two owners, original owners in these households. I mean, this Asia, like all around from east to west. You can find some hidden jewels in these neighborhoods. So I would say that's the biggest thing. You know, the second thing is like we're changing. We're both Detroit natives, but me and Asia, we go around the city. We just so fascinated with what's going on. Like every week is something new. So like these neighborhoods are changing overnight. So don't believe the hype as far as like crime and different area, because a neighborhood and a block can change overnight with these out of state investors coming in, spending this money here. So you just got to do your proper due diligence. Like get with us, the locals, boots on the ground. We're in these neighborhoods every day. We study in these neighborhoods. I tell people your experience here in Detroit is going to be all based on your team. And I stand by that, whether you're a home buyer or investor, right? You got to know, you got to do your proper due diligence, do your homework, check out our profiles, right? All our stuff is out there on social media. Check out our reviews. See that we know what we're talking about. We are the experts here in this market. And definitely, of course, we want you to work with us, but do your proper due diligence. You'll hear our names, talked around in this market. Detroit is I tell people Detroit is not a New York, Chicago, Miami type of, like it's Detroit is only so big. Like the metro Southeast Michigan is only so big. So do your homework and work with the best team to get the best results. I would say that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing I'm gonna say would keep people maybe renting longer. I think maybe they don't know. They don't know, like, if they don't believe they can get a
Mm-hmm.
house. I think that has a lot to do with a lot of fear. They don't know what type of credit they don't need. They don't know what type of money they're gonna need down payment. And I think the biggest one is probably maintenance.
Yep.
Because now when you become a homeowner, all of that's on you. It ain't no calling the landlord no more. Everything is on you dealing with that house. And I think a lot of people are either they don't understand it or they just not ready for that. Cause it's like, dang, I gotta make a phone call. It's water in my basement. That's on you. But
Right.
but Detroit has a lot of programs to fix that. They still doing the city sewer repair program, which is going to people's houses, and they're gonna put a 5 year lien on there. But if you don't plan on selling, oh well. And if you do sell, they just gonna get their money back first.
Absolutely.
Cause they done did it for a couple of my properties. I done got the underground sewer replaced. This is 40, 50,000 worth of work. I don't care about no
Wow.
land. If I sell it, y'all just gonna get paid first.
Wow.
So I
And,
mean, there's a lot of programs out here. I don't know other cities, but just from the research as far as Detroit, it's a lot of free help
oh, absolutely.
trade for people. Now it is income based,
Right.
so do with that information as you will. But it's a lot of help out here. There's a lot, like the tax program. You got the city sewer program that'll come in and do your basement. At first, they was only doing the houses that flooded when we had that big flood a couple years back, but now it's open to the whole city. So people be DMing me their pictures like, "Girl, they digging my yard up." I'm like, "Congratulations." There you go. Thank you for filling out the paperwork. Now, the other side about some of these programs, the funding gets took back or sent back because enough people are not applying for it. So that
Right.
happens too.
Right.
Then the other side of it, so many people done apply for it, like the My program. They ain't even do it Detroit no more. It's a nice thing on the website that say Detroit is temporarily suspended. But from a finance standpoint, it makes sense because Detroit's the biggest city. We got the most older houses. If they only do Detroit, they'll run out of money, and they got to do the whole state. So that's probably a pending lawsuit, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do that, but I digress. All right, next question. So, for investors that are looking to buy in Detroit, what type of finance options are available beyond your basic traditional mortgage? Like, I know you got that DC or DSCR loan and whatever else.
So yes, DSCR, home equity line of credits. We can go that route as well. FHA, VA, programs. Are we saying like just for home buyers or for investors or both or just
Probably both. Probably do
yeah.
investors first, then homeowners.
Yeah,
Because
so you have
investors can
your
use the VA, right? That got to be in their personal name.
yes, it has to be in their personal name. Okay, but we have outside of the box type of loans, for example, bank statement loans. So if you're an entrepreneur, right, and your tax returns don't show your true income, for example, let's say you make $100,000 and you write off $80,000. Unfortunately, in the lender world, those write-offs count against you. I
Yeah.
repeat, those write-offs count against you. So we take that $20,000 that you said you made after the write-offs as your actual income. So this is huge for my entrepreneurs, my independent contractors as well. We will take your bank statements or your business and we will use your deposits, whether it be the last 12 months or 24 months, whatever shows, um, there we can use that as your income and we don't even care about your tax returns. So that's one of the specialty programs that we have.
Mhm.
Um, and I mainly promote that for like all my entrepreneurs out there, and that includes real estate investors as well. People 1099 contractors. That's one of the bigger programs. Also, if you let's say you run into a lawsuit and you had a large lump sum of money or you withdrawn from your annuity every month, we can use that draw and we can use let's say that large deposit. Let's say you got $1 million in your bank account, right, and you don't work but you withdraw from it every month. We can use that as income. So we got alternative ways. It's called asset depletion loans. So we can use that. People come into lawsuit money, all type of things happen, trust, everything. So we can utilize that for some of our alternative program, and it's a whole slew of more. But I don't want to take up too much time. But just definitely, we
Oh, you
have
good?
alternative options.
You good? All right. So what can cause a mortgage application to be denied? That could be investor or homeowner. And how can buyers or investors, I guess, avoid these mistakes or denials?
Oh my God, it is plenty. Listen, we ain't got all night for that.
All
But
right, so give me three.
long story short, okay, number one, taxes. Um, whether it be now, let me take that back. So you have your property taxes, right? And then you have your individual income taxes, okay, that we can use, right? So let's say you owe individual income taxes. If you set up a payment plan, we could still get you approved for a loan. We just have to see that payment paperwork from the IRS to utilize that. But you know, it's a lot of clients, they have to set that up, or a lot of borrowers have to set that up through the IRS. I know sometimes it can be a hassle, but hey, that's something we need. Um, Property taxes as well. I had a situation where a client owed property taxes, and as long as it's paid before it's closed, before the closing, we can get that established. So that was on a refinance. So my client, for example, she had equity in her property, so she used that equity to pay the taxes that she owed on the property at closing, and then the rest was her money in cash that she used for whatever she wanted to use it for. I think it was like home improvements or something. So that's the main thing. Child support is a big one. Child support can kill a deal. Okay. Normally,
Hold
and
on.
now,
Explain. Back child support or just paying child support in general?
sorry, back child support.
Okay.
That's shown on the credit report. Okay. Number one deal killer, too. I see a lot as well. Okay. Normally, if it's shown on the credit report, by the time it's shown on the credit report, a lot of times that means it's in arrears. Like it's already like, oh, that has to be paid beforehand, before you can even get a mortgage. Unfortunately, you know, that has to be paid. Unfortunately, I see it with a lot of my brothers. I don't think I ever seen child support on with a woman before.
It
Um,
should be a few, but of course, that's another topic. But
right,
yeah,
right.
be a
But
few.
that, yes, but that's extremely. And usually I try to catch it in the beginning. That way we don't waste too much time. So once I pull the credit in the beginning of the process, I'll be able to see, okay, what's owed back there. Hey, we got to take care of this prior to closing, or prior to even getting approved with everything. Okay. And then the third thing I would say, anything related to real estate. So a back lease. Let's say you had an apartment, that you never finished paying the rent on, and it went to collections. Anything tied to real estate like that, you have to pay prior to getting approved for a home loan. Okay, because in the lender's mind, it's like, okay, well, this person can't even pay their rent. How can they make a mortgage payment and be consistent with that without defaulting or going into foreclosure? So rental agreements, any balances that you collections, for my people that think, hey, I don't owe this balance anymore. I just forgot about it. Like, do your due diligence before you get to this process and pull a free credit report. You could go on freeannualcreditreport.com, triple check all your delinquent accounts or collections. Make sure you don't have any back old leases or anything on there, because a lot of times that stuff can stay on your credit report for a long time, sometimes 10 plus years. So clear that balance, whatever it is. Sometimes I had clients too agree to a settlement, and get that balance lowered to pay it off. So it's ways to do things, and we'll create a game plan. Even if you're not ready at this very moment, like, still give me a call. I still create game plans for my clients, whether it be 3, 6, 9 months from now. And, we can get you approved and get you in your dream home.
All right. All right. If somebody wants to buy a home within the next year, what should they start doing today? Investor
Today,
or owner, or I guess you can get both sides.
all right, homeowner, number one, credit. Credit, like I said, 600 plus credit score. If you don't have, if you person that's new to credit or reestablishing credit, go to your local bank or credit union, ask for what is called a secured credit card. Works just as a normal credit card. Put your own money up. I tell people, you don't have to go to the highest credit limit at all. Start with something small, $300 credit limit. Put your own money up as $300, and you can use that. Pay every month. People ask me, hey, I don't know what they're using on. Gas, groceries. That's a consistent monthly bill that we all pay. Just
Yeah.
not even thinking of it, right? And then if you want to, pay it off. Pay it off every month. That's fine. Try not to max it out either. So I tell people, don't go any more than 30%, at most 50% of the actual limit. So if it's a $300 limit, 150 be your max, because we look at that. We call what is called credit utilization. So we looking at, hey, is this person maxing out their credit cards every month? Can they afford to pay their bills? What does their payment history look like? We look back, we date back for years at a time, and that matters. After the credit piece, second piece, cash, of course, saving up for the down payment, saving up for the closing costs. You don't know, again, what you don't know. So I always overestimate. So my good rule of thumb, start small, 5,000, then build up 10,000, move it up 15,000. Don't ever stop saving. I tell people, don't ever stop saving, because we notice, Asia, just being in the real estate game, it don't matter how much money you save, that stuff can dwindle away so fast. I mean, it's crazy the amount of money that could dwindle away. So save up as much as possible. Third thing, income situation. Talk to me, talk to Asia, anybody else about your income. Consistent. We look at the last 2 years of consistent income. Okay, so whether you're self-employed, whether you're a W-2 employee, whether you're a 1099, whether you're retired, we can accept that too on a fixed income. I just helped my client. She was on Social Security, pension. We can go that route as well. Easy, done. Um, for my investor, same kind of things apply. 700 plus credit score. You want to be in a great position. Yes, we can get a loan. Let's say if you're below a 700 credit score, I think the lowest I could go is like a 660 for a type of loan that I'm curious on. But honestly, you can go down to a 620. But just know the closing costs and the interest rate is going to be extremely higher for you than, with you having a higher credit score versus a lower. Um, Second thing, get your funds together. Down payment as an investor, good rule of thumb for me, 20%. I just use the 20% rule for me. Yes, we can go down as low as 15%, but with closing costs, everything adding up, best thing is 20%. Um, so we get that, and then getting with the right team. That's the biggest thing. Whether you're a home buyer or you're an investor, that's gonna make and break your experience, especially in this market. So get with me in Asia, and we'll take great care of you.
All right. So a couple little rapid fire questions. So you
I do
ready?
it. I do it.
All right. So rent or buy in Detroit right now?
Bye.
All right. Biggest mortgage myth.
You have to put 20% down to get a home.
Oh, that's gonna stir some feathers. What is your best neighborhood for a first time buyer, home buyer, or an investor in Detroit? Or your favorite neighborhood?
Me personally, my favorite neighborhood is kind of like my old neighborhood, Bagley District, northwest side of Detroit, but it's extremely competitive.
Yeah,
But
them numbers is crazy now.
the numbers is crazy now. But
I remember when I was
Bagley,
having over there 10 years ago, what them houses was going for.
oh my God. So you got brick homes, colonial style homes. I mean, perfect location to Northwest. If you want to head across to Oakland County, you're not too far. Like it's just perfect location. 75 right there. So me
Mm.
personally, that area, northwest side of Detroit.
All right, FHA or conventional?
Conventional for me. First for foremost.
All right, what's one thing every buyer or investor should check before making an offer?
I would say before making an offer, check with me. First as your lender. Look, I'm
Uh,
look, check with me. I'm gonna run your numbers first before you make an offer.
check
Okay.
in with me and do your job.
Correct. Eli the mortgage guy. Check in with me. I'm gonna run your numbers, make sure it is something you can afford, and give you realistic numbers on your monthly payment.
All right, what's the fastest way to improve your chances of getting approved?
Fastest way, like I mentioned, getting a secure credit card ASAP, paying off the collections. Hey, even if you have to, you're in a situation, I know some people out there, they went through a divorce or, death in the family, something like that. Sometimes it is best to file bankruptcy, right? Now, I'm not
Right.
a financial counselor, but, I'm just going to give you my advice whenever I see your situation. Sometimes just due to the debts and the timing and everything, sometimes I see certain clients, hey, they file bankruptcy and they back on their feet within 12 months and 24 months.
Bankruptcy ain't like how it used to be when we was kids growing up. It's a lot better. Like I never filed it. I got close to it when I don't know if everybody know this story. I got to do a story time.
Okay. Story
Some
time with Ace.
when the market was crashing, I lost my condo. So this 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, because I was a highway engineer. I got laid off in 2011. I had enough money saved to last me like a year and a half. So I was still paying my mortgage and stuff like that. And then I got to my last 3 grand and I was like, I ain't paying this mortgage.
Right. Wow.
Like, and I was like, I had to talk to my family because then I was an independent contractor, so I had to get co-signers to get my home loan. So my mom co-signed for me and my sister. So with them backing me, I got the loan. So after that happened, I talked to my family, let them know what was going on. So I just stopped paying. This is not financial advice, by the way. This is
All
just
right. This is
me.
your story. This is your story.
It's a lot of people in Detroit was on the same page
Right.
because that's why our market crashed so bad so
Right.
fast because
Right.
everybody just started walking away from their mortgage. So I stopped paying it. I get to my last 3 grand and I like I'm about to go get my builder's license because if I'm ever
Mm.
this broke again, it's gonna be because of me.
Right.
Cause like I max out every credit card I got before I go back to a job.
Wow.
Like, but I'm
Yep.
not ashamed. If I gotta go get a job, I do have an engineering degree. I can go sit in the office and make. I got a job offer a couple years ago for like 175 a year, just
Mm.
be in the office. You know what I'm saying? But we couldn't. They wanted me to move, and I'm not leaving Detroit. I'm just not.
Right.
Now if it's a hybrid or remote, I do it. But if not, I'm not doing it. But anyway, so I stopped doing that. I went and got my builder's license. I went to Dan Mural, whatever his the little investor classes they used to have back in the day, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I went to that. The first one was free. And then the go up was like 15,000, 50, 100,000, whatever to get the one-on-one training. So I
Mm.
told my mom about it, and she was like, "I'll give you the 15. First of all, ma'am, where did you get 15,000 from?" 'Cause to me, then that 15,000, that's a lot of money in the black community. And I was like,
Right.
well, that's okay. I don't want to take that money from you because back then houses was literally $500. And I'm
Wow.
like,
Right.
if you gonna give me 15,000, I'm gonna go buy 3, 4 blocks on the east side somewhere.
Right.
So I end up buying another course. I forgot his name on YouTube. Older white guy, whatever. He still got YouTube videos up to this day, and I still have access to this course almost 10 plus years later. So it was $1,000. I end up finding a credit card that I never used. I'm like, look at God, put it there, because by now I ain't paying my mortgage. It take 90 days. Like I know the system. So
Right.
I read this book called by Kevin Trudeau, and this man, one of them.
Mm.
He's so smart. They put this man in jail for the stuff he was putting in these books. If y'all Google this book right now, you can buy it on Amazon. It'll probably be used, but it's by Kevin Trudeau. Uh, God, what's the name of that book? Kevin Trudeau, everything. I think it's called Debt Things They Don't Want You to Know. I'm about to look it up.
Okay. Yeah, I want to look it up too with you. So.
Books. Yep, debt. It's called Debt Cures. It came out in 2007. Now this back when Borders, books, and all them was still open. I bought it for like $5 because everything was on clearance. So it's called Debt Cures They Don't Want You to Know. DEBTCURES. Go buy that book. I think they got a newer version too that came out like in 2010. But anyway, buy that book. That book taught me about credit. It taught me how these banks work with lending, like how your stuff get reported, how to get
Mm.
out of it. Like, so I read this book. So once I read this book, mind you, at this time, I ain't paid a car note. I ain't paid my mortgage.
Wow.
I hadn't paid my what else? I had a condo, so my HOA I ain't paid none of that because I know the law. You can't come in here and take me out of here
Mm-hmm.
at
Mm-hmm.
this time. 'Cause then squatters had rights in Michigan. Like, look, I had a whole game plan. I stayed in my condo almost 2 years and did not pay my mortgage.
Oh my God. Wow.
Selling on the short sale in April 2014. I made the buyer give me 3 or 5 thousand to not tear the house up because then people was leaving the water on in the dead of winter. Like
Yeah.
it was bad in Detroit. People was putting concrete down the pipes in the toilet to mess up the stack. It
Dang.
was
Yep.
bad.
I
Like,
remember that.
it was bad. But I did take all my ceiling fans because I paid for them. I took the door. That door is still in my mama garage to this day because she
Oh my.
bought me one of them the glass, the one that don't break, the screen door that you can't kick in. So
Yeah.
that's like a 1,500 boy. That boy is still in the garage.
Oh my God. You talking about one of them steel doors, steel screen doors?
But it's the screen, not the normal like the project door. It's like the very nice one with the gold handle, and it's like it was green to match the color of the condo because we only could use certain colors.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Take a picture and post it. Like it's nice. Like it's unbreakable. Everything. That boy was like fit man. That boy is in the garage. I took the whole door down, the frame, the jab, like I took
Wow.
the whole thing down and took it over there. 'Cause when I hired the moving company, I was like, yeah, go on, take that door, my boy. Take them lights.
Oh my God. That
And they,
is
they gave me 3 grand not to tear it up and to leave the appliances.
wow.
Because I could have took
Wow.
the furnace, I could have took the house. I'm a contractor. Like I know what to
Right.
take out of here.
Right.
I would just put it in my mama basement until I got my first rental or whatever. I would have made it.
Dang.
I'm still a North End kid, okay?
Ah, that ain't never leaving. Look, we
So then
Detroit kids
it
to the
got
end of
bad
time.
to where I was like, I can't make this. I called my mom and I'm crying and stuff. She like, what's wrong? Because I hadn't told her I had couldn't make the payments and stuff. I was like, Ma, I can't do this no more. Like I'm sad, I'm upset. And my mom was like, baby, don't worry about nothing. Come home. When my mama said that, dog, a weight got lifted. I was like, man, F this place, whatever. The only bills I paid was DTE and the internet.
Mm.
I got rid of Comcast. I got rid of. I ain't had Comcast then. I had what everybody had with the DVR or whatever, the Uverse.
Yeah, you verse that was popular.
Got rid of them. Got rid of everything. Lowered my phone plan with Sprint. Like I just went to the basics. I went and got a bridge card. Like I'm about to be cooking. Like nails weren't getting done no more. Hair. Like I just cut all that out. I was like, long as I
Yeah.
can pay DTE every month because I need power.
Right.
I need Wi-Fi because Netflix just was coming out. And then that's when Netflix used to be on the DVD. Remember, we had to mail them in. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, whatever. But I did that and I stuck to my plan and it all worked out. It took me 7 months to do my first wholesale deal and I made 7,000.
Good Lord. Wow.
Like, oh, this so that and so 2014 to 2015, me and my boy Marvin Gaines, if he on here, his IG is McFly the property guy. That first year I did over $100,000 wholesaling
What?
in Detroit.
Wow.
Cause that's when LinkedIn was popping. Like LinkedIn ain't like it now where it's just like the business Facebook. Like it was really business on there. That's how you would get your out of state and out the country investors. Was off
Mm.
LinkedIn then. Craigslist was popping in.
Mm.
So a lot of my investors came off Craigslist. And then I would go to all these different meetups. Like
Right.
everything real estate in Detroit, I was there. That's how my name is still good in it because I was at all them early meetups. Me, my mama would be there with me, my auntie would go with me. They don't even know what the hell going on, but they there to support their baby.
Oh my God, that is too
Where
funny
like
to me.
my family had my back. So in summary, like it's okay to if you gotta file bankruptcy, like never be
Yes.
ashamed to
Don't
file
be
bankruptcy.
ashamed.
Like, and the only reason I didn't file bankruptcy because I knew eventually one day I want to do federal level work. And when
Mm-hmm.
that you can't have no bankruptcies for like, I think 10 or 20 years. And I'm
Mm.
like, I don't know when that time gonna come. So I rather just my credit take this hit. Cause in 2 years, your credit gonna fix itself anyway.
Correct. And let me add to that point too. That's the 2 year minimum. That's what I'm saying. So for 2 year, we look at that discharge date. You'll be eligible for a mortgage, within 2 years.
Yep.
So the way these years flying by and everything, like 2 years ain't nothing. That give you more than enough time to get back on your feet, save, get your credit reestablished, get you a car note if that's the case, a small car note or something, some secure credit cards. Boom, you'll be right back 700 plus within 2 years.
Yeah, when my
So
taxes was up, I paid to get my sister credit fixed because her credit took a hit because she was my co-signer. But then when Countrywide Mortgage got bought out by Bank of America, somehow all my family dropped off. I ain't gonna argue it. So now it's just me on there. So now I'm just taking the hit. And then I paid to get their credit fixed. They cool. I knew my credit was back straight when I got approved for Amex.
oh yeah,
It was
you know
small.
that.
It was like $300, but I'm like,
The
if
point.
Amex gave me a car, so I'm on the right track because I followed the Kevin Trudeau book and I did everything he said. So even in there, he talks about before you file bankruptcy, make sure your home is set, like wherever you're gonna stay, make sure that's okay and stuff like that. And he said for your car, go get a new car before your credit take that big hit. Go get a car. So I got I think I had that GMC Terrain. I refinanced it from GM Financial. Again, not financial advice.
Okay.
Refinanced it from GM Financial to the credit union up there on Jefferson. I can't think of the name
Okay.
because a credit in the book he talks about with these big companies, you can't call and talk to the head of car financing. But with
Hmm.
the credit unions, I can call and talk to Miss Johnson.
Right.
Miss
Right.
Johnson will be the one greet me in the lobby. Oh, hello, Miss Denson. How are you? I can go talk to them so I can tell them what's going on, shed a couple tears, set up the whole, scene,
Hmm.
get a little extension. So she was like, well, just send what you can. Because again, in the book, as long as I am attempting to pay my debt, you cannot foreclose on me or just repo my vehicle.
Mm.
Learned
Okay.
that. So she was like, send $100. I
Mm.
sent them $100 a month for like a year.
Mm.
Yeah. But as long as I'm attempting to pay my debt and
Yep.
I'm in good faith, you cannot come repo my vehicle. Again, this is not financial advice. This is what Asia Denson, and shout out to that book because I had not read that book, I would not know what I know.
Hey, power in these books, man.
Man,
For
what? So like,
sure.
when people be calling me about, they be crying about their credit. Me having bad credit is not. I don't care.
Right.
I might care for what I'm trying to accomplish at that moment, but I know in a year or two it's gonna fix itself.
Correct.
It's gonna
Correct.
pop off, and in 7, it's gonna be spanking brand new then. So that's what happened when the whole stuff with my mortgage. I ended up selling it on a short sale, so that
Hmm.
stopped the foreclosure. But I was able to stay in the house almost 2 years because remember then everybody going through foreclosure in the city.
Hmm.
So they were so backed up. I knew people was in their house 4, 5, 6 years and they pay no mortgage. It got to the point where I told my family, stop paying your mortgage, save up for a year, and buy the house across the street.
Mm.
Most of them listened to me. And now
Wow.
everybody own their house free and clear.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Everybody numbers is through the roof, especially the ones who over there in Bagley. I got family over there in Bagley. Over there like what that Popeye's like 8 Mile and Trinity. You know, it's
Okay.
nice there, nothing but brick ranches. All of them listen to me. And
Mm.
shout out to them because I'm just reading the book and told them what to do. And then when I told them broke down the numbers, they like that makes sense. If I save up my mortgage, which is 700 in a year, houses then was 3, 4 to 5,000 for the
Hmm.
same house, but this the one across the street, so everything on the opposite side.
Mm.
But again, this is not financial advice. This is what works for me. But if
So,
I had to do it all over again, I would. It was a blessing that I lost my condo because I had to. It made me move back home. That me and my mom already had a great relationship, but now it's even better because I'm at home
hmm.
and I was able to save money.
Yep.
I ain't had to work, so I had a safety net. I ain't had to worry about nothing. I'm like, okay, I can breathe. I got a roof over my head. Now I'm about to go hard in my construction company and then wholesaling. So with me wholesaling and me starting my construction company, it worked together because now I'm wholesaling you the house and I'm doing a rehab.
Oh, that's dope.
Right. So I'm getting two checks. At first, I wanted, you know how they say you're supposed to have multiple streams of income. And then I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work for me. I just need to specialize in 3 things
Yep.
and get really, really good at it. And then later on, venture into, because I was doing way too much at one
Mm.
time. And I'm like, it's too much. So now I only can sell you a house, rehab your house, or consult you on investing in trade. That's it.
That's
That's it. But
what's up.
to my dancing talk. But okay, I do got one more rapid question for you. So, what is your favorite Detroit snack?
Mm. Detroit snack.
Your favorite Detroit snack? I know mine.
So you talking about a snack? Okay.
Yeah, your favorite Detroit snack, or it could be a meal, or both.
No, you know what? My favorite Detroit snack is that doggone better made hot popcorn. Oh my God.
You had the hot popcorn.
Fire. Fire. I think it's like, hold on, let me see.
All
It's
right.
like,
So while
I
you look,
think it's
I can tell you, man.
I think it's like fairly new, to be honest with you, because it just been hitting the yes. Red hot cheese. Look it up. Better made red hot cheese popcorn. Lord have mercy. I'm about to grab some tonight.
See, I've been doing good
You've
on my
seen them. I'm sure you've seen it.
red hot popcorn. I'm about to,
Red hot cheese popcorn. This fairly new though. Like this, I think this ain't nothing probably about 5 years old or something like that. Cause I've been getting them ever since they came out. But yeah.
I might stop at the BP on the way home and try it. So
Thank me later. Thank me later.
I got a couple, so mine gonna always be some Better Maids, a good bag of red hot, because every bag of red hot is not
Ain't the same.
hot.
Facts. It
All
ain't
right,
the same.
that's number one. Either red hot, barbecue, sweet barbecue, honey barbecue if ain't none of them available. So I'm gonna have that with either a rocket rock fago on the rock,
All right. I'm with you there.
a peach fago, or I'm gonna have me a good old tall cold glass of Vernors.
Mm, okay. What
Now my
about grape fago though?
I'm not a great fan like that. Like if that's the
I
last
wasn't as
left, all right. But if I mean, it's too many options here. We the fago capital
listen, I wasn't as a kid, but now as an adult, grape all day. Grape like in my top five right now.
for your
For real,
favorite.
for real. Yes.
My,
Yep.
do I got a top five fago list? I got a top three. Rock and rock gonna always be my number one.
Me too. I'm right there with you.
Peach number two. Red pop. Um,
Red.
yeah, red pop. That's the OG.
I'm trying to think. I do what's the twist? Like the
Oh, the green. That's green. The twist one. I think that's green.
yeah, I do that before I do red.
Gotta have me. I do a red pop all day. What else I like? I tried at the Grand Prix. They was giving out some samples. That bubblegum one was hard.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that too.
That was
Yeah.
good. I don't know if I could drink a can of it, but it was straight.
Yeah, it was straight. It was straight.
What else? Them Town Club pops is pretty cool, but I don't really drink them. That's because that's a Detroit pop or whatever. Now my favorite Detroit meal,
Hmm.
Buddy's Pizza, the margarita. I'm gonna add
Hmm.
salmon because it's a little bougie. I want it well done with extra buddy sauce with a
Mm.
with a Greek salad.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this bonus question.
Yeah,
Who the best Coney? What's the best Coney in the city?
I got a couple because I'm a North End kid. So OG up there on Clay and Holbrook. I think that's a Grandy's.
Okay.
I'll go with Grandy's. If it ain't got no bulletproof glass, it's not for me. For real. My second runner up gonna be Detroit one on Mac and Woodward,
Mm.
and my third runner up gonna be the OG one where they used to have the car and the bike night when I was a kid on the end on on Clay and 75.
Mm.
North
Okay. My top two right now, like I said, I'm Northwest baby too. Capital Coney Island off 8 Mile in Wyoming. You know about that? Have you ever ate there?
No, I haven't. You know us
Fire.
Detroit. We funny with our conies. We stick to what we know.
Facts. We stick to what we know, but I had got outside of my element with that. And then recently, the recent one, because I'm right office right down here, so I head east. I east side, so I take Jefferson sometimes all the way
Oh, the
down.
Nikki D's.
Nikki D's on point right now, man.
Nikki D's. I love their breakfast. They breakfast be hitting. Them pancakes be busting. And I like they salads.
Yes, they chicken salads and all
Salad,
that too.
that
Yes,
chicken salad is like 4 meals.
facts,
It's
facts.
like 4 meals. I have to give me at least two extra pita breads.
Yes. So Nikki D's, like to me, they running it right now. Like I like, and they put a lot around. I mean, just different areas too,
Yeah,
suburbs of Detroit too.
they everywhere now.
I'm like, dang, okay.
Those blew up kind of overnight. Savvy sliders.
Yes, I see them a lot too. I see a lot of locations from them
They
too.
put one on Jefferson where that Tim Hortons used to be across from Nikki D's. So now Nikki D's about to have some comp because Savvy sliders be opening like I think they 24/7.
Yeah, you have to over there because I mean, people just they got them craze, come home from the club, whatever the case may be. Like you got to be in the city and you in that location. People come from Belle Isle, like it
True.
just makes sense. But yeah, I've been on Nikki D's heavy. You know what I mean too.
I got another code. What's the latest you done went to a Coney to get something to eat?
Oh, easy 1, 2 o'clock. Hell,
Look,
sometimes like easy. That's like
last
I'm a
week I went
night owl.
2:30 in the morning, dog.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you.
And
Like
I'm like,
Nikki D,
Daddy with me. I like, look, we ain't in this country no more. I need you to keep that head on the swivel while,
facts.
while we in this driveway. My foot on the brake in case I got to pull off. But
Right.
I'm gonna place this order. But I called it in, so I ain't have to wait that long.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I went right to Nikki D's over here on Jefferson. Right, they open 24 hours, so I
Fact.
was in there, man. But
So I said my favorite Detroit meal. What's your favorite Detroit meal?
Whew, meal. I
I got
would have I would have to say just because I lived other places and I do like I really once I came back, like I lived in Florida at one point in time, and they didn't have no conies out there, like coney, dogs, chili dogs, and chili fries, and like coney fries and everything. Like I really like my chili cheese fries, man. I really do.
I miss them because I don't eat beef like I don't eat beef no more. So I miss me. My order used to be chili cheese fries with a steak hoagie, or
Fat.
or I give me a patty melt and I add and I'm bougie, so I will
Oh,
add
them patty melts hit.
lettuce, tomatoes, grilled onions, and mayo.
Yep. Like I really like we grew up here, so like everything to us is like regular. But once you
Yeah,
travel and you got taste for different stuff, and you realize like, dang, I ain't even got that here. You know what I'm saying? In certain states, like for me, I was so nice. I thought Fago was everywhere. I thought Fago and Better Made was like a national company, even though I knew they was here. But I thought they would sell them everywhere. They don't sell that stuff everywhere.
and then if
Burners,
they do sell that Fago, it be like the basics.
correct,
It be
correct.
orange, red, the Sprite version.
Yes, Vernors. We grew up drinking Vernors. And that Vernors is not everywhere. They got that nasty ginger ale
No, I hate
type of stuff. That Canada Dry. Sometimes they be having that trash, trash.
trash.
Vernors is
Only
it. That's the only ginger ale I drink.
what's the one with the S? Seagrams. I do a Seagrams if I'm out of town or something, but I always ask. But I could tell what type of ginger ale they got when they pour it. Why can I see through the ginger ale? I can't see through no Vernors.
Oh no, Vernors the best, hands down.
The best. Oh,
And
they have a birthday party for Vern this Sunday.
where at? Where they doing it
It's
at?
at the
Wow.
Easter Market. It's either this Sunday or next Sunday. I seen it. Me and my daddy, like we in there. Happy birthday.
Wow.
We in there.
I might have checked that out too, man. I was just over there at the Easter Market, man.
Yeah.
I
I
just
think
go.
it's Sunday, either this Sunday coming up or the next Sunday. I'ma look. But I seen it online. I was like, I'm in that boy.
Yeah, Vernors need to be sold nationwide, man, because yeah, they fire, man. Vernors is fire. So yeah,
So I gotta do my favorite Coney meal. A grilled chicken salad from Nikki D's all day.
all
No,
day I'm with you.
they get a little crazy with that cheese. And then I do the Greek dressing or either whatever their house dressing is or like Italian. Now
Hmm.
my favorite from Detroit, one, that Detroit pita, no pork, but I do turkey bacon.
I'm a Peter fan too.
Yeah, no cheese with some cheese fries. Squeeze me, please.
Ah,
Yep.
this
Squeeze.
is,
What's
that's
your
a
favorite Coney meal?
Coney,
Yeah.
Nikki D's chicken Philly.
I ain't
So you gotta when you try it, call me, let me know. Fire. I just been on it lately. That's all I've been really getting for these last couple months. Chicken Philly from Nikki D's. Fire.
I've been seeing L George's people talking about the one on 6 Mile, the OG one. They got some type of Bronx wrap. I heard that's good. I haven't tried it
Mm,
yet, but it
mm,
looked good from the videos I seen.
okay.
But
Okay.
one of my clients, he be like, "How do y'all lose weight there?" I'm like, "You got to have some self control because some like Coney's always open, the
Yeah.
casino always open.
Yeah.
I can always get something to eat and some good food anytime."
Fact. And then them corned beefs be hitting too. I gotta stay. I be trying to stay away from them red meats sometimes, but
Yeah.
corned beef be calling my name, man.
See, I don't eat red meat no more, so I do miss me a corned beef. But I just get the turkey one on some rye bread with coleslaw and Russian dressing, no cheese.
Mm.
That's what I get. Like when I'm about to fly somewhere and I'm on the plane long, I'm taking one of them on the plane with some better maids.
Oh Lord, Jesus, you
I
gonna
mean,
make me
good.
get facts, facts, man.
I eat good on the plane. I'm trying to see some more Detroit stuff. What's your favorite thing to do in Detroit in the summer? Because our
Ooh, in the summer, in the summertime.
mine is the festivals.
Yeah, I like the festival, but I'm a big car guy. We the Motor City, so after this recent event, the Grand Prix. Like I'm a kid in a candy store. I grew up going to that event at when it was at Belle Isle, you
Hmm.
know. So just love seeing that, man. Us celebrating the city, you know, the spirit of the city, everybody popping out, no drama, just all the car lovers there. Between that and the Woodward Cruise are like two of my favorites.
Yeah,
Two
the
of
dream.
my favorites.
I love the
Dream,
dream.
Dream Cruise, I've been going there my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And like, I hope to one day where I am going to participate, get a tent, get something else. But yeah, I'll be there, man. Like those are like we in the Motor City, baby. Like the car um culture here is real.
Ain't it's undeniable. I
It's
remember
undeniable.
when my boy Slay, he my client, but he also my friend now. He came here for the first time from DC in 22. And it was in the summer when we did Detroit Real Estate Weekend. He couldn't believe it. He like, I've never seen this many muscle cars. And I'm like,
Oh, facts.
and I don't think it registered to people like we are the
We're the
car
Motor City.
where
Right.
they come from. And then I don't think us Detroiters realize how dope we are and what we've
Facts.
contributed to. Like, yeah, we the car capital, but if it wasn't for Detroit, it wouldn't be a lot of stuff this world wouldn't have. Cars is number one.
That's
We
number
had
one.
the first street, we had the first paved road, the first paved or highway, I should say, the first marker. All
Hmm.
that was Detroit. The first freeway in the world was the Davidson. Well,
Wow.
it was the world. I know
Wow.
America, it was the Davidson. The first street or paved road was Woodward. That's why I call it M1 Woodward.
Wow.
Gratiot was next, M3, Grand River, and then everything else. And then you know what else I know is when I go out of state and drive, it pisses me off because Detroit is the only city I know of. No matter, I can get anywhere without touching the freeway,
Hmm.
and everything makes sense for us. Like I can come up off the freeway and take a street that's gonna run me the same way as the freeway, and I can jump back on later. Like when
Yep.
I'm going south, it be pissing me off. Like why is it taking me 30 minutes to loop around?
Yep.
Like our streets here make sense, and I'm like probably because we the first one.
Yep. And you know, we got the first electric charging road. You
Yep.
know that, right? That's over there by the train station. I was just over there the other day too, like in the Corktown area. First electric charging road, where if you got an electric vehicle, you driving on the road, you can be charging at the same time. That is like insane. So we the first to do that, you know, as well. So yeah, I think, you know, for us too, like for me, I think I just had to travel outside of, you know, the city and everything to see where we at. I mean, hell, even on the west side of the state, you know what I mean? It's totally different from Southeast Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. And then one thing I would say I appreciate that this city taught me is the hustler mentality. You know, this Asia, like we growing up as kids. You know, I was that kid shoveling snow, raking leaves and stuff in the neighborhood. I was that
Yep.
kid selling candy at school. You know, that entrepreneur bug. That's why it don't surprise me now, you know, for what I'm doing now and everything. That was put at me early as a kid.
Mhm.
Because I mean, you go to school, you seeing kids getting fresh and doing it, you like, I need to give me some money. Like Detroit to teach you that quick. Like, you
Wait,
gotta get some money around here. That's the
I
only way you gonna get respect.
think
That's
I saw
what,
a video on Threads. This was her first visit to Detroit, like a couple weeks ago, like for some concert, and she was like, "All the women are pretty." She was like, and she was like, "They're naturally pretty compared to
mm-hmm.
like, a lot of other places where they doing too much to their face." She like every girl I seen hair on point. We the hair capital, duh.
Right, right.
But I did just look it up. So yeah, the first freeway in the world below grade was the Davis in 1942. Woodward was
Wow.
built in 1909, the first paved road. We had the
Wow.
first international tunnel that the underground tunnel that connects us to Windsor. That was built in 1930. That boy almost 100 years old.
Wow.
The first moving assembly line with the Ford. Of course,
Mm,
Techno was born in Detroit. Motown sound, of course. Techno. The traffic light,
mm.
the
Wow.
four
I
way.
never knew the traffic light. Okay.
I thought we just installed the first light. I didn't know we invented it, but yep. First installed at the corner of Woodward and Michigan in 1920. That's
Mm,
downtown. I knew this about the radio broadcasting that started in Detroit. The
mm,
telephone system was Detroit. Like I
mm.
remember that. But that's why I tell people they gotta go to that Detroit Historical Museum. It's so much history in there. But we invented the telephone system.
Mm.
The stove manufacturing used to be big in Detroit for stoves before cars.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know they redoing the Motown where they building a bigger Motown museum right behind it too. So
$1 million project.
I'm excited to check that out. About time. It's just due.
Yeah.
Definitely is due.
I think I seen the Motown Museum as a kid, but I really don't remember. So when they get done, I'm gonna for sure go.
Yeah, we should go back. We should check it out, Asia, for sure.
Yeah. All right, we got a couple comments. All right. Have y'all tried the firecracker Fago? I have not. Have you?
Firecracker Fago. Let me look it up. Look it up.
That sounds like it's too much going on. It's probably good though.
Right. You gotta be careful with these ones now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? They did have this. They actually had no, I haven't tried it to answer your question, but they actually had this over the Grand Prix. It was passing this out.
Oh, okay.
Firecracker Fago. Yep.
I tried the blue one in the that they was giving out samples of in the that bubble gum. That bubble gum was on point, but I don't think I could have like a glass. It was too sweet.
Mm. Yep.
Uh,
So the Firecracker Fago, red, white, and blue bomb pop.
hmm.
Like the firecracker popsicle. That's what it's mimicking.
All right, Miss Phoenix 913, what up though to you? She says, oh, and thank you for the super chat as well. She said this country's first mile of concrete highway was built by the Wayne County Road Commission on Woodward between C. Yep, that's a fact.
Wow. I love it.
What
Thank
else?
you. Thank you.
Ginger ale. Burners was the first ginger ale.
Dang. Wow.
Yep, that was the first. Boeing aircraft. Mr. Boeing, he's from Detroit. I think Kellogg cereal, they in Battle Creek. So I don't know if they started in Detroit and moved to Battle Creek or what. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Was Thomas Edison from here?
I'm not sure. Let's look it up.
I think. Let me see.
All right, while you look that up, I'm gonna look up which one I just said. Oh, Boeing. Oh no, Kellogg. Kellogg cereal
This is for the man.
founded in Detroit.
Oh no, he's from Ohio. Born in Ohio.
Who?
Thomas
Oh,
Edison.
what
Yeah,
part? Because Toledo was supposed to be in part of Michigan.
right. I was looking at that. But we do have some of the greatest entrepreneurs ever come through here. Barry Gordy, Dan Gilbert, Henry Ford, you name it. So it is in the air over here. It's in the water.
Get the Illich family,
Um,
the
the Illich family.
little Caesar
Also,
here.
Little Caesars. Who else? What's my man name? Stephen Ross from Detroit as well.
Yep.
Jewish. He owned the Miami Dolphins now, but he was in Michigan. Everything. He's from Detroit. Born and raised 1940.
Oh boy from Saturday Night Live from here too. He went to Persian. Oh God,
Yeah.
what's but Kellogg's is always been Battle Creek, so it wasn't Detroit. God, what's his name?
The
From
CEO from Kmart used to live here too. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yep. CEO Kmart. Let me see. Back in the day, he lived in the
What's his name that was on Saturday Night Live? It's on the tip of my tongue. Tim Meadows.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he from Detroit. He went to Wayne State. Um, he was on there from 91 to 2000. I didn't know that. He was funny though. He was stupid funny. But yeah, he went to yeah, I think he went to Persia.
Mm.
In Detroit also
Dang.
we had a lot of dope football players from here.
Oh yeah.
Basketball.
Brandon Ingram. Yep. Jalen Rose. All these cats.
Mm-hmm.
All these cats. So it's a spirit of Detroit, that lives here and lives on. And like you said, once you come from here, man, you can make it anywhere, man. Like it ain't just New York. It's Detroit as well, man. Because the things you learn and you endure,
Mm-hmm.
it gets you prepared for life, especially in the business world. I feel like for sure.
All right, so I don't know if you knew this, but I knew this. So here are some top comedians from Detroit or actors. David Allen Greer is from Detroit. Keegan is from Detroit, from Keegan and Pale. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Richardson, John Witherspoon from Detroit,
I
Pine,
remember that. Yeah,
Brand, Brandon T. Jackson,
know
uh,
that.
Walter Emmanuel Jones. That's the original Black Ranger on Power Rangers.
Yep, I remember that.
He from Detroit, and Hill Harper. He
I
was
know
born
Hill Harper.
in but raised in Detroit.
Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin,
Mm,
Aaliyah. We know that.
facts. And then all the great people from Tubi, cause low key, no, for real though, Detroit put Tubi on the map. When nobody watching Tubi before all the Detroit shows got on there. And if you really like, I'm a Tubi. I watch a lot of Tubi movies, all the Detroit ones. The Tubi Detroit movies has the best storyline. Like they had the best storyline, the best graphics, the best cameras. Like they stuff be on the level of like some Hollywood production stuff. Like they stuff be clear compared to the other Tubi movies on there. Like they recorded that on the camera iPhone from like 2015 or something.
Right.
It'd be so like, bro, I could have did better with that with my iPhone 16.
Yeah.
All right, let me check. See if we got any more questions.
Yeah.
What's the range of the credit score for a HELOC and what's the lowest?
Lowest credit score for a HELOC from me right now is a 640. And that's on your primary residence. If you're an investor, it has to be higher, at least like a 660. But we can see what options we have available for you and go from there.
Let me see. I think that's it for here. Yo, how y'all feeling? Oh, I'm smooth. How you doing?
Yeah, smooth man. Smooth.
Somebody said try clucking hot chicks in Warren. I guess that's a Nashville hot chicken place or something. Let me look them up.
Okay.
What do you say? Clucking hot chicks. It's so much food in the city now. Like
Oh yeah, so much.
I'm like, it's just too much. I see hot chicks house of chicken. He said
Mm.
clucking hot chicks, or maybe it's just hot chicks. Yeah, that's what popped up. Hot. Oh dang, they got good Google reviews. Oh, this do look good. I've been easing up on chicken though, cause I really was thinking one day. I'm like, I was eating like a 8-piece wing ding dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, this is 4 chickens, cause one chicken only got 2 wings, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is 4 chickens. Like, where's all this chicken coming from?
Right.
This randomly, I'm like, okay. All right. Question: how do you find good contractors? Social media, word of mouth, but always trust but verify. Go look at their work, including me. Anybody look at their work, ask around. Um, always try to use licensed people, but there are some good people who are not licensed as well, and there's some licensed people who are trash bucket juice. It is what it is. And as far as getting played or scammed, that can happen if they licensed or unlicensed. It's all about the person and their integrity.
I got one answer for you. Call Asia.
I
Get
mean,
directed.
but if you call me after the fact, you just gonna get taxed.
Uh,
Oh, somebody said, what about super? I've never had super coney. I don't even know where that's at. Nikki
mm-mm.
D's, yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't see Nikki D's right now.
you about to go?
Nah, nah, because I still got that sushi that we probably this weekend though. I can't.
I need a house. Hit us up.
But
All right,
look,
I gotta follow him. Yeah, go follow Eli. His IG is eg.home loans.
I appreciate it. Do you got it somewhere we could post it? Can they see the chat or can they see the comments?
This on Instagram, but I'll you got like a contact flyer or something?
Uh, yeah, I could send
I
you
could post
something.
that. I could post it everywhere if you send me that.
Okay,
Yeah, make sure y'all follow him.
appreciate it.
You got any final things to say, like a recap?
Um, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. Get with me in Asia. Like we're building. We're building a dynasty here. We want you guys to follow us. Follow us on our social medias. In the coming months, I'm definitely gonna be building my brand like Asia out here. I love what she's doing. Just getting you guys involved in what we're doing. And I would say just stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff here that we want to do. Like we talked about the event that we're going to be doing this year, first annual, and there's going to be so many other things that we're going to put together. But the main,
I think it's
go ahead.
first inaugural.
First what?
I think you're supposed to say first inaugural and not annual when it's the.
Okay. What is the first what? First inaugural. Got
Yeah,
it.
I think that's the right one. I'm about to look it up.
So yeah, the biggest thing just for me is education, right? Because I know a lot of us, especially in our community, we told these different things and we think that's law, and it's actually not. Working with me, working with Asia is totally different from anybody else out there. Our experience, our expertise, we see a lot of stuff on a daily basis, so we can help guide y'all, quicker and faster than someone that's not really I would say in your best interest, or just not looking to get things done properly. Me and Asia pride ourselves on being moving with integrity.
Uh oh, you went out. You went out, Eli.
My bad, I'm back now. Can you hear me? Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we pride ourselves. Me and Asia pride ourselves on moving with integrity out here. Like I said, it's not enough money in the world to just cross somebody and do everything that, like, you can't get rich off of one deal. Me and Asia are building our business. We want long-standing relationships with you guys. So we want you to bring your friends, your family, your sphere to come work with us as well. Whether they were looking to buy a home, whether they're looking to invest, or they're looking to rehab. Like, we got some deals, that we're gonna be some things that we're gonna be putting together, and I'm also getting into the builder space as well. Asia knows this as well. Who knows? Who knows what the future may hold for me and Asia? We may partner on a deal, build a complex or something.
Right.
So, like, the sky's the limit with everything. So just stay connected with us. We're trying to do right. We are doing right by our people. And yes, we're not gonna be the cheapest price. I'm gonna just tell y'all that now. But again, you get what you pay for. You get quality with us. You get integrity with us. You get our resources and everything as well. And we look forward to working with you guys. We get clients from all over. We're working with a lot of people from out of state. I was telling Asia this as well. A lot of Canadians are coming down now just because the Canadian market is not the best. So the states are attractive to those Canadians. So that's your competition if you someone that lives here locally or you're in the States. You getting
They coming.
competition from everywhere. Correct. And
They
what was
coming.
you saying? Go ahead, Asia. What was you saying? I lost you.
They coming with cash.
Correct. Correct. But with our resources and different things too, sometimes we can get you guys deals off market properties where you don't have to compete with the general public. So again, those are tricks of the trade that you get with working with us. Because we know a lot of people, we know wholesalers. Say Asia is a wholesaler as well. She can get, I'm sure, still, access to those off-market deals. But it's little nuances like that can separate you from, acquiring property, whether it be you as a home buyer or you as an investor. So we
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to it, to working with you guys.
All right, so I did look it up because it was gonna bother me. So you should use inaugural instead of first annual because technically it's not annual until it happens again.
True. This is true. So our first inaugural.
Yeah, there you go. Or just say inaugural because that so I'm a stickler.
I got you. Inaugural, yes.
I'm like, hold on, they don't be talking about us.
Right, right. But no, we're excited. Again, thank y'all for your time this evening. And first of many, we're gonna be putting a lot of stuff together virtually in the coming months as well.
All right. Oh, Super Coney is the one on 75 and Clay. I don't even never know the name, but I just know where is it.
Mm,
I'll be contacting Eli soon and can't wait to meet y'all. Oh, thank you.
thank you.
Hey y'all, what up though? I'll contact you. Look at my all right bet. So I want to give a shout out to everybody who sent cash apps. Thank you very much. And Miss Phoenix 913 for sending a super chat as well. 100% Rotten podcast said, Asia, when you first started wholesaling, yep, it was still wholesaling. It just wasn't a lot of people doing it. Not everybody doing it, which is still cool. But what sets wholesaler apart is still, knowing your numbers, know what you're talking about, and integrity gonna win no matter what you're doing.
Facts. Facts. Especially in business. That's gonna carry you longer.
Long way, like long way. But thank you, Eli, for coming on here. This
Thank
was
you.
dope. We kind of got off topic a little bit, but we got back on.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. We
but
want people to get to know our personalities, who we are. This is just what we do. You know what I mean? It's not who we are and everything too. So I'm
I like
glad.
doing these with you, like when I do it with Reg and some other people, because it's
We
like
just kicking.
we on the phone and they just here.
Correct. Facts.
Cause this how we be.
Facts. Facts, man. Well, many great things. Hey, I'm so excited for you, man. And again,
Thank
thank you
you.
for bringing me on your platform. You're a
Thanks.
black woman doing it. You know, I salute you. You know, I support you 1,000%. So it's only up from here.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the super chats and the cash app across Instagram, Twitch, LinkedIn, where else I'm live at, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all have a fantastic today Taco Tuesday, by the way. I got a taco spot to put you on too. Black owned.
Okay, bet.
Shout them
Bet.
out. Shell Shot Taco.
Elsa. Okay.
They by
Okay.
Wayne State be hit and they open late. Or on the weekend, they open at like 1.
Bet.
Shell
Okay.
hitting. They got this off top again. But dog Berea egg roll.
Oh, we're gonna have to try that. We're gonna
Yeah,
try that.
yes. That's my little spot on my cheat day. I go there.
Bet.
But all right, y'all. So thanks again for tuning in. Hope y'all have a fantastic Tuesday. Eli, bro, thanks
Oh
again for
yeah.
coming on here. I appreciate you. We got to do
Problem.
this again, maybe in a couple months, in case I know y'all world changes a lot as far as
Yes.
the quarters and stuff. So maybe do another one like maybe early
Third
fall or
quarter. Yep.
what else? Real estate Fridays again coming up at the end of the month on June 26th with Chase Bank at the Detroit Pizza Bar. We will be talking about first time home buyer programs. I know Eli went over a little bit tonight, but Chase is going to really go into depth about what they offer in the different type of first time home buyer programs out here as well. So make sure y'all hit subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in and have a good night. Deuces.
Yeah. Have a good night, y'all.
All right, and